Alright everyone, we start off today with the Libs of TikTok doxing by Taylorlorenz of the Washington Post, because the smear merchants, the sleazy, talentless hacks, the morons of the legacy media have been doing this continuously now for years, starting even before Holt with Right Wing Watch, who basically defamed a bunch of YouTubers as a springboard to getting enough attention to get a gig with the Atlanta Council. These people, by the way, in many cases, are not even themselves leftoids. You will know them by their actions and words. Much of the time, they are extremely self-serving, egotistical libshits that are on the younger side, and they're looking for a career trajectory. They're saying, if I can get enough attention, write a few well-crafted articles, get a bunch of content creators stirred up, they talk about me, all of a sudden I mention 20 times as much on the internet, where before no one knew who I was. All of a sudden, now I have upward mobility. I have something, I can negotiate a higher salary at the very least. Hey, look at all these clicks and all the ad revenue I generated for your company. Well, I think Santa should be kind this year when I get my Christmas bonus. That's really what this sort of horseshit is about. It's incentivized. You've seen this stupid behavior before. It's defamatory in the sense that these people are doing it very intentionally, very maliciously. The reasoning behind why they dox people or defame them is never the real reason. Again, it's mostly self-serving. In some cases, they're being centrally paid for by a government entity, much like BreadTube is. Here's what happened in a nutshell. Link in the description, archived, of course. And I'll get into one differentiation that I have with this particular write-up in the article first here. The fact that Libs of TikTok is Jewish does not make this anti-Semitic. That's like saying that if you have a hit piece on me that you're anti-spoon clanker or something. That's not necessarily the case. I don't think Taylorlorenz really gives a shit about that, and I think that part was parsed back. It's just a hit on a content creator. Now, what Libs of TikTok is an account on Twitter, and I think Gab as well, that takes TikTok material that involves Marxist, cringe-fringe educators who are pro-CRT, who are pro-Tumblr gender thing, who are pro-Marxism in general and its various leftist diaspora. And on TikTok, these people often become sensations for dancing around while saying cringy things and doing the poorly edited, extremely short attention span thing that has become in video a bit more popular now. Personally, I can't get behind it because it's vertical video and it's like, what the fuck? when things went widescreen, we all considered it to be a major success and a big improvement over the old resolution, and now people are trying to make the videos thinner again. I'm sorry, but I guess I'm too old for TikTok because I have the attention span greater than that of a gnat or a newborn cat or something. But the idea is that on TikTok, Marxist leftoids of various stripes, and they're already purity spiraling. I've seen this secondhand from people that actually use TikTok. They're constantly in a purity spiral, pissing contest over who's the most woke. That side of TikTok will eventually destroy itself because of this, by the way. I hope that users there that are banking on it being a long-term career prospect, I advise you to improve your attention span because I don't think things are going to go well for that site in the future. There was such a thing called Vine in the past, and if you look into the history of that, you'll see why maybe the market share has a hard cap on it. Anyway, these people post material of themselves saying commie things, and they post it publicly. It's for the whole world to see. Supposedly, the curation of that content to another site that is not dedicated towards applauding it, but rather is laughing at it because it's cringy and stupid and wrong, and ahistorical, and it's being taxpayer funded in some schools and shouldn't be. Apparently, this is problematic. It's a dog whistle for evil far-rightism. They're trying to censor people by taking their public material and making it more public. You know, content creators used to be extremely happy if a page that usually, I'm assuming Libs of TikTok has more followers than most of these morons on TikTok anyway. It used to be, if you made a video a blog post, you put up a picture or something, and all of a sudden someone with 100 times more followers liked it or talked about it even for the purposes of criticism, you were happy. Oh my God, I'm going to have to deal with some trolling. I bet my subscriber count will increase considerably. That's not a bad thing, right? And none of these people are complaining about it. Maybe they're rebutting it or saying, oh my God, you're just a right-wing bully. Then you've got the WAPO showing up with their technology person, Taylorlorenz, to dox this individual up to and apparently including the point of harassing people associated with libs of TikTok, which is dubiously legal, I would assume. Hopefully there's some sort of legal suit involved here. By the way, the Washington Post, by maintaining that article, and certainly Taylorlorenz, who is now hid like a coward and blocked me long ago, by the way, so I was happy. I take the win on that one, although it seems that she blocks most people of any interest. This is against the TOS of some of these sites. Like, does Taylorlorenz have a Patreon? Because, I mean, showing up at someone's house, that's manifest observable behavior. It's harassment. So that she should be banned there. Not that if you're working for the WAPO, you probably don't have a Patreon and probably don't need the extra money. Because these are a bunch of rich bitches, mainly cringe fringe people that are AstroTurf. What about Twitter? Twitter has banned people in many cases for that sort of thing. Even having a link to the wrong article off-site can get you banned off of Twitter. Well, why is she still on Twitter then? She's harassing another user, running a hit piece doxing them. This article claims that she's saying anti-Semitic things about them. I don't agree, but let's hold them to the same standards that they would hold you or I if we said something about some left-leaning Jewish individual. We would definitely get called Nazis. When I go after Robert Reich and call him Robert Third Reich because he's deeply anti-free speech and thinks that we need to live under Stalinism, apparently, all the people that don't like what I have to say, the only thing they have to say in defense of him is that he happens to be Jewish. Which is why having the last name Reich is extra funny, and it's low-hanging fruit, but it amuses me. And the people that care, I notice, all seem to have pink hair and problem glasses. But this, I mean, Taylorlorenz is a coward, number one. This shouldn't be allowed, number two. It's like I'm a free speech absolutist, but there are certain things that go beyond speech. When you show up at someone's house, you're not even trying to have a reasonable conversation with them. You're on their turf, bothering them, harassing people associated with them. Hey, your libs of TikTok's on. What do you think about the fact that libs of TikTok is a crazy extremist and stuff like that? And then there was another post that was made this morning. Actually, BitChute put it up there, where Lorenz had said, oh, basically, you have an hour to respond, and with a big long spiel. When you give a person an hour to respond at an odd hour, you're hoping that they don't respond, because that allows you to put in your article, well, we reached them for comment. They could have cleared this all up and explained things for themselves, but they refused to do so. It's a slimy method. I'm not surprised it was employed here. It's been employed against me before, actually, as well. I won't bother naming names because, of course, a lot of these hit pieces, they're meant to generate a huge amount of attention in a short time so that you can go to management, get the raise, tack another zero onto the check, or get a promotion or move to another network. Some talent scout from a bigger network contacts you and says, well, I love your stuff. How would you like to earn more money working for us as a propagandist instead of for the Washington Post? Of course, since it's owned by Jeff Bezos, the only place to go up would be to work for Tesla, I suppose. The only person more rich would be Elon Musk. I dare say that Taylorlorenz probably wouldn't be applying for or being accepted for a job under Elon Musk. So there's that. The richest man in the world is an African immigrant, just so that we're aware, and ostensibly not a leftoid. Although, I mean, he's a liberal, but, you know, a little bit better, more tolerable than many of them. They all stop being liberals when it's tax season, we'll put it that way. But this, really, we should apply the TOS of these websites at the very least to these situations. Because this goes, I mean, again, this is doxing and harassment. This is not a free speech issue. This is you're going to cause a person to get harmed, or you're dog whistling for them to be censored. Well, that's more of a heckler's veto than attempting to express something meaningful. And even the write-up is purely wrong. There's no far-right extremism in taking publicly available tidbits of information, TikTok videos, and putting them on another platform with attribution. You're not stealing anything. You're not calling for a raid on their material, even though that would be, in some cases, justified and funny. And then Lorenz flees like a fucking coward, a little pussy, and hides, makes everything private, and edits the article. How very funny. Typical fucking leftoid. That's about all. Peace out.